Would you all rather have more children out of wedlock or more abortions?
More children out of wedlock.
Those mothers get shamed. Those children are out of wedlock.
It's majority of the women that are busting it open and knowing, yes, I can get pregnant if I bust it open, but they're still doing it anyway.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I'm sure we got ourselves another video. We got ourselves an anti-panel video. Jazz is gonna ask the panel how they feel about the big A word, sending babies to the upper room.
When Jesus.
And the whole panel gonna be like, yeah, you're sending babies to the upper room. But Jazz is gonna find some way to try to say this conversation is like, no. It's not you sending them to the upper room. They're not babies. You know, that feminist stuff that they be doing. That stuff. So you watch out for that. She's about to make this whole conversation and try to find some way to say that it's better for us to, you know, have them kick the bucket.
Over then.
Them struggle a little bit. Well, struggle in life. I didn't mean to say a little bit. What she says that them being abandoned. But still, the conversation is gonna take that turn. And I ain't gonna lie to you, boy, they gonna whip her behind. But hold up, just in this video, needs you to hit the like button, hit subscribe, hit notification bell. In the comment section, give me a thumbs up or heart. Just let me know that it's real. But let's waste no more time. Let's roll the clip.
Oh, you ain't know what that was? Oh, that doo-doo, baby.
Can I ask a question anybody can answer? Would you all rather have more children out of wedlock or more abortions?
More children out of wedlock.
More children out of wedlock.
Yeah, because
But the children out of wedlock, those mothers get shamed. Those children are out of wedlock.
Whoa, that was wild. Did you just say we should have more children being sent to the upper room so that the mothers who are having the children aren't shamed? Okay, I can slightly understand what she's saying. I want you to know, like, this is a big thing people keep saying. No one actually shames women for having children out of wedlock. Unless we talk about like those real hardcore Christians, no one actually do this thing because a spiritual marriage is not the same thing as paperwork marriage. People talk about paperwork marriage, kick rocks, but no one's shaming you had a kid out of wedlock, you whore. They're not doing that. What's happening is you're being shamed when you have a child, oopsies babies. That's what they're talking about. They're talking about oopsies babies. That's the conversation. You don't conflate having a child out of wedlock to a person having a oopsies babies. All right, you were sleeping with a guy that you don't even like, you don't even know, then you got pregnant. That's what they be shaming you for. The other thing, those are conflation you just use. Don't do that, please.
Forget that,
They
mama.
may be abandoned by a parent.
They not.
So, kill or abandon a child? Which one's better?
Yeah, exactly.
Sounds
Abandon the
wild.
child.
Well, I don't know if I'm just saying, obviously, if someone is choosing, like Mimi, I've never had an abortion, but I know that well, that's your opinion.
That's not an opinion. That's not an opinion. That murder, deleting somebody. You know what? I'm not gonna even do that. Let's just go look up the word. Murder definition: the unlawful, premeditated deleting of one human being by another. The only thing you got in there is lawful, which is just that's like mob rule. Like they whatever. If they consider it lawful or unlawful, so the lawful one is subjective. The rest of this conversation is premeditated, which it is. Deleting one human being by another, which it is. That right there is that word. It is. The word lawful, that's subjective. Whatever us as a group want to vote on, it becomes that. So you're correct about that word. You're correct over here with me.
But
It is. If you go in there with a live baby and come out holding your stomach, you murdered the baby.
Shampoo, I agree with you there.
I don't. Okay, I mean, you're entitled to that opinion, and in my
Wait. It's not an opinion. When you come out of the abortion clinic, you that baby. Didn't you or didn't you?
You did.
You definitely removed.
No.
Removed. She's about to do that weird feminist thing where you about to disconnect that baby from an actual human. That's what she about to do. Removed. You about to act like that baby is just a parasite. That's what she's doing right now.
You removed the baby to kill it.
Yes.
You definitely removed. Okay, all right. If you
When
guys,
does it become a baby though?
so when a woman takes a plan B, is she a murderer?
No.
You know what? That's a good question.
It's not a good question. A plan B is it's not a good question at all. The heartbeat has already happened. So you tell me a plan B, there's a heartbeat, there's a brain. You do know how those things are done, right? They tear the child apart. That's what they do.
It is a good question.
So what's the difference?
But
If
plan
both
B,
of
don't
them-
you got to take that like a day after?
Yes.
But if both
Prevention
are,
and reaction are two different.
Yeah, that's a contraceptive. You got to take it at
plan
least
B, you
24
gotta
to
take
48
that
hours.
right the day of or after.
but it still is killing.
Yes.
But it's
Ain't
still
nothing
is
built.
killing.
It's not an embryo.
Plan B
The
is to
semen is
not
still in
get
your
pregnant.
vagina.
Yes.
A
said
plan B
what?
is to not get pregnant. Abortion is you're already pregnant and you're
Exactly.
Yes.
Right, but
Preventative
even still,
measure.
just like there's a time because you don't take the okay. All right, cool. So what about the morning after pill?
That's a
Contraceptive.
You're still not pregnant. That's the same thing. You're still not pregnant.
That's
That's a contraceptive.
You're not
That's a
because
plan
I
B.
can take it and still not be pregnant. I'm not pregnant. People aren't pregnant when they take it because you
Okay,
take it
but
right
okay,
afterwards.
so okay, cool. So okay,
But there's a pill
But
that
aren't you
Abortion
the
pill.
Yeah,
process?
abortion.
of-
yes,
aren't you
Jazz.
doing- Aren't you
Yes.
doing the process?
Yes.
Did you just act like deleting the process of something and deleting a person is the same thing? Based off of Jazz logic, Jazz want us to pretend like, okay, deleting the baby, deleting the process of having the baby. So you want me to look at a person who got deleted by the firearm. That situation, that person being deleted is the same thing as a person deleting the firearm. If that's the case, I'm so confused. Give me a second. I literally got to process this. This right here is the firearm. This right here is the act of trying to delete the person with the firearm. This person is now deleted. So you want us to treat the bulletproof vest as, I'm so confused. That don't make sense what she just said. And y'all just seen I tried to use the table to figure out how she said that. And I'm so confused still.
But you're also doing that with a condom as well. You're also doing that with birth control.
No.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, you're
It's a
not.
contraceptive.
Okay, well, the thing is, I do think after a certain time you can't consider abortion murder. I'm not going to say that if you find out that you're pregnant and within that same month, before it has even developed a consciousness, that you went and decided and that you
It has to be an embryo.
The minute the egg is fertilized, it's a living embryo.
There you
It
go.
has the
And what
potential
I-
to be a child.
That's it.
We need more
Well, then how
education
come
because
if that
No, that's
okay?
true,
If that is true, if abortion is murder, anytime that you get one, should women that need emergency abortions to live, should they go to jail?
No.
It's
It's not the same thing again.
I don't think that.
What? But it's still murder.
I mean, I guess it's
Oh God. Oh God. Jazz, stop doing what you're doing. Because it's like saying this. If a lady is pregnant and she needs to do this to stay alive, then they have to delete the baby. No, it is not. You're trying to simplify this thing so much that it's just coming off as you really want us to just be cool with deleting babies. She's like one of those people with the Red Cross on their thing. What was those people running around spreading God? Spreading Christianity, but it was also chopping people heads off and stuff. Was it the Crucibles? What's them niggas' name? The Roman soldiers. I don't just call it like that. They were like the Roman soldiers. She has became one of those for trying to get people to follow along her book of deleting babies.
comes down to a spiritual decision because if you have a higher power and spirituality, then you know that your higher power, the universe, whatever it is, has it. They're going to take care of whatever needs to be taken care of. If that baby is supposed to make it to fruition to this earth, for whatever reason, that embryo is supposed to make it to
But
this
what
earth.
if the life of the mother? What about the life of the mother? If she's
So do you think, right? So you think that she should still have it even if
Doctors are wrong all the
less
time.
than 1% of abortions.
Doctors are wrong all the time. And
do you guys think that? Would you guys call a
I mean,
woman?
it either is it or it isn't. Either my higher power, the universe, whatever you want to call your
everybody
higher
doesn't
power,
believe
whatever
in it.
has it or they don't.
Yeah.
And so, however that plays out, if that means I lose my life giving birth to a child, then that's how it was supposed to play.
I don't agree with that.
Change the
This is a pointless conversation because she's talking about an anomaly right now.
whole timeline by.
Do you also believe that with people who are sexually assaulted or get pregnant among incest?
There are millions of people that want to adopt babies. So if you don't want to raise the child,
you will force a woman that has went through the trauma of to give.
There you go. Now she's about to bring up more things that it barely happens. That's what she's doing. This was her whole setup. It's like a same two-step. I say, hey, yo, we should be cool with deleting babies. Say, nah, we ain't cool with it. So y'all want to force a lady who's been raped to raise and give birth to a baby? Really? And that's when the people always just say the same thing. Say, all right, they can do it. You cool with this? She's gonna say no because she wants the rest of them to be able to do this whenever. But
a full-term birth to her.
I do not agree with abortion.
We should not use the very small minority as the barometer of
Out of those million people, it's
first off, being raped is a form of being sexually assaulted. Not all sexual assaults is rape, okay? So she's the professional of conflating. Jazz, you and the entire hair on your head y'all are professionals of just saying shit that don't mean nothing.
literally less than 1% that actually are assaulted and actually conceive a child after assault. So that right there, it's literally like not even something that even needs to really be addressed. We need to address why people are saying that they don't want to have children, but they still want to have sex, and then want to sit there and be like, oh, let me go ahead and take these measures after the fact. It's majority of the women that are busting it open and knowing, yes, I can get pregnant if I bust it open, but they're still doing it anyway.
Yes,
1.14 million is not medically cleared, and it's not no rapist and all this other stuff. I'm sorry. Every time they want to bring that up, it's like
it's the exception. That's the exception, though, Jazz. Because I get what you're saying. In some cases, that do happen. I'm just trying to
find because it's like if it's murder. So a 14-year-old or a 2-year-old who's raped, she has to have her child full term.
I don't agree with that.
That's the exception, though.
No, I think it's okay.
All right, look, listen.
It's okay to.
I'm not here to argue your beliefs. My beliefs are mine. You can feel how you feel, but let me just do something real quick. So I just asked, because I really do think that considering abortion murder is subjective. You can believe that. I cannot believe that. Neither one of us are right or wrong. But let me just read what ChatGPT just said, because I think
don't do that, girl.
I just think it's interesting.
That's crazy. That's crazy. So somebody should just go ahead and ask Jazz, do she believe that if she was about to have a baby, her and her guy, if both of them, they plans was to have a baby and she is now pregnant, if I push you down some stairs, should I be charged for assault or should I be charged for homicide? Because that baby is gone now. How should I be charged? Then we'll know.
And also, let me also preface this by saying that I do think that abortion is necessary to be accessible for women that need it, but I do think that there needs to be parameters around abortion.
I agree with that.
Well, hold on one second. Parameters such as you should only be allowed so many every couple years. That's just me. And there needs to be a time frame, like once you get past 6 months or however, once the baby
6 months.
Well, what I'm saying is, I don't know. What I'm saying is this: if a child, because there are a lot of babies that can be born prematurely, live right. So once you get to that part where a baby can still be born prematurely within like 3 to 6 months or whatever, and you want to get an abortion, then that's where I draw the line. So I think it's necessary for necessary reasons. But I just want to read this really quickly. So I asked, is abortion And it says, this is one of the most emotionally charged questions in society, and people answer it very differently depending on their belief system, religion, philosophy, and political world.
This nigga asked ChatGPT. Wow.
View.
ChatGPT is politically correct too.
To give you a truly helpful answer, here's the clearest breakdown of how this question is understood across law, science, philosophy, and morality without pushing you toward any side. So it says, legally, in the United States, abortion is not classified as murder. Under U.S. law, murder is the unlawful killing of a person with intent. A fetus is not legally considered a person under federal
See, there
law
you go.
for purposes of homicide statutes. States can restrict or ban abortion, but even in the strictest states, abortion itself is not charged as murder for the pregnant woman. Some states instead criminalize providers, which we all know. So legally, the answer is no. Abortion is not categorized as murder under.
Ain't Jazz the same person that was against things that was legally, because I remember she used it in an argument before by saying that, once upon a time it was legal, like, slavery was legal. So based off of that, it was all right. Slavery was perfectly fine while it was happening. I think she's the same one who had that argument. And the other thing now, because everyone like to keep using ChatGPT, let me use ChatGPT real quick. ChatGPT. So yeah, that's what ChatGPT says. So how about we not listen to a politically correct source? How about that? Like, Jazz, how about that? How about we not just use ChatGPT like it is like our God? Okay, you just see what ChatGPT says. So how about no to ChatGPT and no to you?
The U.S. law, which was going to be my next question, but let me continue and then I'll wrap it up. Medically, scientifically, murder isn't a scientific term medicine and biology describe for pregnancy, fetal development, viability, and health outcomes. But science does not define moral terms like murder. Science can only describe when a heartbeat forms, when brain activity begins, when a fetus feels pain, etc. Those facts get interpreted differently depending on someone's values. So medically, the question is, abortion has no scientific answer, only biological facts. So already legally in the United States, it's not classified as murder, because it's not a person being killed with intent, and even medically it's not even considered murder. Just because now philosophically, it depends on when you believe when personhood begins. And I think this is where like Snow Bunny and a lot of people get their beliefs because of the belief of when they think personhood begins. So it says some people believe personhood begins at conception. To them, the embryo is already a full person. So abortion equals a person, morally equivalent to murder. That's where a lot of these beliefs of abortion lie. It's not based in biological logic, and it's not even based in what's lawful in America.
You do know just following what the law says is also not based off of logic, right? Like, I want you to sit in there. Let that sizzle in your spirit. Just following, like, when the law says that this thing is this thing, that's not based off of logic either. You know what that's called, right? Appeal to authority. Because the law said it, that means it's such. That's what that's called. You just said it's not based off of those types of logics or whatever, not my fault. I didn't really listen to you very well. I didn't hear the exact words, but based off of what you just said, even that right there you did was not logical. Just let that sizzle.
We could all agree.
Let me finish, Simple. I'm
10 minutes ago.
Okay, let me get there because I think it's interesting, right? I don't have any.
She don't
interesting.
It is because
she don't think it's interesting. She wants y'all to just say that she's correct. She wants y'all to say that it's all right to do this thing.
People put out their beliefs as facts when they don't really understand. It's really just your personal belief. It's not as fact. And your personal belief is fine. You can believe that, but also understand everybody else doesn't have to concede to what you believe. Everyone is morally sound. Give me a second, love.
All right.
Everyone isn't morally sound. Everyone doesn't believe in God. Everyone doesn't believe in the idea that it's a whole person as soon as a person's egg is intimidated. So you can't force your staunch beliefs on other people when they're just literally your beliefs, right? So it says someone believe in person. If someone believes personhood begins at birth, they see the fetus as potential life.
Okay,
but
you said that already. Now, come on. Now you saying it all over again. All right. Now,
Okay. All right. I promise this is it. So the most honest answer is whether abortion is murder depends on your definition of person.
Okay, but the fact of the matter is, if you believe in abortion or not, if you believe in God or not, if you go in an abortion clinic, you're pregnant. That's why you're going there.
Exactly. You
So
have something in you.
That means something is there. Correct.
I'm not gonna lie, he was right. That actually was pretty accurate what he just said. Maybe somebody could tell me that he was wrong about something, but he made it so simple. My grandmama would have understood that. Like, he made that so simple. If you're going to an abortion clinic, you're going there because you're pregnant and you're going there to do something. He made it very simple. So you just say a whole lot of words, a whole lot of chat PGT, a whole lot of the law says it was a whole lot of nothing, but I give him that.
You don't have to worry about the word.
So really quick, because I wanna address what she was talking about.
Go ahead, y'all.
Hold on, I want to address what she was talking about in Chat GPT. No. Chat GPT said, and you could quote me real quick, Jazz, if you still have it up, that the spinal cord. What was it? The spinal cord and the heart being formed. What did it say about that again?
It said
the spinal cord, brain, and the heart being formed.
So yeah, it says science describes when a heart science can only describe when a heartbeat forms, when brain activity begins, when a fetus feels pain. That's when they consider it.
Okay, perfect.
Embryo.
Yes, so that part.
It says that to some people, the embryo is already a full person, meaning like it's
right.
Baby. Basically, y'all believe it as soon as the egg is inseminated, we can give birth tomorrow and it's a full person. So therefore,
you don't have to keep going. They already know what you're saying. She had a point she was finna get to. You're about to just try to tell everybody what they're thinking, which they're already thinking it. You don't have to do what you're doing. Just stop, Jazz.
If you go and get an abortion.
No, don't get cute with that.
Hold on, Shampoo. Let me address. Hold on, because
why would that be an argument?
Wait, let me address it. Okay, so the spinal cord, according to science, the spinal cord and brain are formed at 3 and 4 weeks.
Oh,
you're not able to even know if you're pregnant until you're 5 weeks.
Oh,
with a pregnancy test. With a blood test, you can find out at 4, but the brain and the spinal cord is already formed.
What are you saying?
What she's saying is, Jazz, as soon as you find out that you're pregnant, because you can't find out until 4 to 5 weeks, your brain and your spinal is actually formed at 4 to 5 weeks. Nigga, as soon as you find out that you're pregnant, the baby can feel pain. That's what she's saying, Shampoo. Jazz, rebuttal.
And also, the heart is formed at 5 weeks of gestation.
Okay.
So you're just now finding out that you're even pregnant. This is early term. So by the time you find out that you're pregnant, that's already life.
Whoops.
From what you're saying, science is saying. So you make a decision after that. You are indeed considering life. You're taking away life.
Okay.
Because you said that's when they feel. Hold on. Because you said that's when they feel pain.
True.
If they can feel pain with a heart, a brain, and a spinal cord, that's literally as soon as you're finding out. And sometimes people find out a little bit later than that. So all of this right here.
Yeah, start typing real fast, Jazz, because she's on your ass right now.
It's like just trying to find a way to do what you want to do anyway. If you want to just take away the life, that's cool. But the thing is, it's like it's still life. It's
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I know this is a hot
yeah.
But
and I am not out here telling a bunch of women to go using abortions as birth control. That is not what I'm doing. I'm just saying that
Sure, you're not.
We can't. Abortion is still considered health care for a lot of reasons. I know you all are.
She about to backtrack. She's about to literally try to take a whole different route now because what Kamala just said destroyed your argument. Because now she know it's that thing. Now she about to take the emotional route and say that it's health care for women. It's health care. So, we should really still be all right with this thing because it's supposed to help. That's what she about to do. She just got molly-whopped upside the back of the head. That's the reason why her hair is doing what it's doing. She got hit. She caught a big one. Okay, that was like a James Toney counter punch that just happened to her. So now she about to try to find some other way out
against it. But I could never sit here and say that because of my religious beliefs, if a 10-year-old child becomes pregnant, she needs to have that.
I don't agree with that either.
Okay, but
it's funny you
Shampoo, don't listen to her. She that right there. She just did. That was a good old fashioned okey doke. She just did. She's trying to put you in a trick bag. Nigga, you have to address what Kamara just said. Address it.
We gotta move on, y'all.
It's funny.
Oh,
it's funny you
but I will say this.
Last thing, we gotta move on after this.
Y'all, Kamara, the only thing I would push back on, you said the baby can feel pain within those first 3 weeks. It says that a fetus cannot feel pain before 24 to 25 weeks.
Let's ask the fetus. Why don't you ask the fetus?
No, you said in what you just read that's whenever they can feel pain, when they have their brain, the heart, and the spinal cord. That's why I had you read it again. And you read it again and you said that whenever that is formed, that's when they can feel pain. It's formed literally at 5 weeks. They have a brain, a spinal cord, and a heart. They can feel pain. I can assure you.
You want to know the truth? You want to know the truth?
Well, I get what you're saying. I just think that everybody's entitled to their opinion and nobody should.
There you go. She was right. You wanted this all anyways. This was not a real conversation. Nigga, you had a goal already and you was never gonna backtrack. There was no convincing you. Why did you this whole thing was a lie. Whole thing was a lie. That's why you can't talk to somebody with those thinning ass bangs. I'm mad because I don't like for niggas to play in my face. And that's what the you just did.
Force their beliefs on other people.
I agree with that.
You know what's weird about this conversation? If a 10-year-old girl,
Don't let Anton go. We gotta move on, y'all.
Brandon been trying to speak this whole time.
Kirk had said that. He said he would force his daughter to still have her rapist child. So
that wasn't what I was about to say, but
okay.
So go ahead.
I just know there are some men who believe that's okay.
The truth is this, right now, because conservatism has kind of exploded in popularity, that a lot of people in society and their culture today is switching their position on it. But a lot of people have had abortions that say that they're against abortions.
Of course.
The door. Go on. Back where you came.
Nigga, that ain't even a conversation. Big screen. Okay, first I want to be honest with y'all. I don't know why he threw that in. That's not even the conversation. It's like he had something he wanted to talk about, so he said, F what y'all talking about. I'm gonna talk about what I want to talk about. Maybe not. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't listen to the beginning part. I only went in at the juicy part. Okay, so pause. I didn't like how that sound. But yeah, now about Jazz and her struggling self. You shouldn't do what you just did, my nigga. If you are actually for this thing, don't come in as if you're open-minded and you want to have an open conversation when you actually have an agenda. You had an agenda the whole time. And then when Carmaya whooped your behind, when she took your own words and then she gave you a figure 4 leg lock, then she flipped you over and gave you a cripple cross face, and then she picked you up and tombstoned you, laid your arms on your chest and did this, you know, the Undertaker thing. When she did that, nigga, you was out. Don't at the end say, you know, I just think that everybody should have their own opinions. Don't try to present these things in all the type of way you did it, nigga. You know what I'm talking about. I'm over here struggling, trying to understand your silly ass mind. But yeah, so I ain't gonna lie to you. This conversation, it got me a little bit heated. It got me a little bit heated because how's how's she gonna act like she wasn't the same one bringing up the legal thing? Say, oh man, you know the law, right? Yeah, you know slavery was legal before, so we can't just listen to whatever the law is. Yeah, of course. I'm very sure she was the one who said it. I could be wrong, okay? I want y'all to know I'm not finna go off of like my memory all the time. Okay, not my memory, but I ain't gonna believe this nigga either. These niggas who be on these panels be some hypocrites. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I still don't know why Anton showed up and just started talking about that instead of talking about what they were just talking about. Maybe that was what they were talking about before. And I want y'all to know this right here, like I said before, this was sweet tea. It's not alcohol. I don't drink. Look at it. It's tea.
Oh, that doo-doo, baby.